If this is the intro, I do apologize for that. It's been 2 or 3 times I've tried to start it already. It's Tier 2 here in Silverstone. It's the ISRL Season 1 round 15 out of 15, the season finale for these guys here, and we have a lot of action waiting for us. The championship is going to be decided by this race. We have 4 drivers, I think, yeah, 4 drivers with a shot at winning this championship here. 3 of them with admittedly a much better chance. We have Sophion in first place. He's got 161 points in the Red Bull machine. Vito Ferrari in second place, 152 points. That's 9 points back to our leader. And then Elias Chriscan in the Williams at 148 points. That's 13 points back to our leader. Cruz 9K in the Alfa Romeo. He does have a shot at winning this title. He's 23 points back to the leaders, which means that if he does get a win, get all the points he can, and for some unfortunate reason the other 3 contenders crash, well, then he would be the lucky beneficiary. But it's very much down between our top 3, Sophion, Vito, and Chriscan. We're going to have to keep an eye on those guys here. Sophion is going to be missing part of qualifying, I hear. We had to just delay the start a tiny bit here to accommodate, but that's not a problem. It's just to get, the race with as much action as possible. We have a shorter grid here again, as some of our drivers have been swapping around leagues just to accommodate the Season 2 schedule that is starting fairly soon. Yeah, so shorter grid, we got as many other people as we could in here to have a very interesting race. Vito sets a very fast time early here with a 128. He's going to dive into the pits, and as he does that, I'm just going to quickly adjust my party settings so that I hear more of the game, and hopefully so do you. Cool. All right, cool. Sorry, I just had to double check a little something here. So, back to qualifying. There's 11 minutes, 50 seconds left. Only 5 drivers setting a lap time of some sort here. Gigix, Elias, Chris, and Vito, the top 3 times. Vito, the only one with a 128 so far. Let me just get your friendly little data up here. We got the track map. Let's get our lap data, our telemetry, and our fitted tire, or rather let's put the best tire on. So everyone on medium so far. Alex just setting a 130 on the hards. Not a bad lap time for him. We're going to see Chriscan go a little bit wide there as he's going to dive back into the pits. Let's put back on those fitted tire graphic. That's Lorenzo coming around the final set of corners there. He's also going to dive into the pits. So pit strategy so far for the race. Looks like everyone's eyeballing those medium tires, at least out the gate here in qualifying. Chilmo setting a very fast lap time on those soft tires. Not as fast as Vito there, but that's the Ferraris in a 1-2 provisionally so far. I think that's, yeah, Cruz. Let's look at Cruz. He's 4th in our championship. Definitely eyeballing that top prize. Unfortunately, after an incident in Austria, he was not able to, close the gap. He lost a lot of points after getting crashed out. But he's fought through it. He had a very strong race last week. He still has a very, very slim chance, so it's not over until it's over. But I think Cruiser's going to be looking to finish the season strong here. Sets that second fastest lap time with a 128.697. He's the second man in the 128s so far. Gigix on those old medium tires. I think he's just setting some banker lap times in. That's Scar Logan, I believe, who's spun around here. Not sure what happened to that Renault. Looks like he probably just gave it a little bit too much throttle going into the Maggotts and Beckett section there. And as he takes the S's here, just careful that he hasn't overcooked those tires and spin again. That's never good. So 9 minutes left already in qualifying, and still a lot of drivers, half the grid, have not set a lap time yet, and I'm not sure what they're waiting for. And I've seen a couple people go out there and then dive back into the pits to just not set a lap on those specific tires, probably because it was on softs and they wanted to start on mediums or something. But I would at least want to set a banker lap in on that harder tire compound between now and the end. That way, at least if you mess up, you don't start all the way at the back. That's Scar Logan having some more trouble here in the grass. Not sure if he was letting a car by, but he's definitely struggling with that setup. On a outlap right now, I believe... who's about to start one? That's Gigex diving back into the pits, and I think that's Alex Ja right now, who's going to be starting his hot lap. We're going to follow him here as he's going through Club Corner and down the main straight here in Silverstone. And as he takes on turn 1, you want to keep as much speed as you can. Don't go too wide on the exits. It's very easy to invalidate your lap there, but you want to take as much track as possible. It's a very fast corner, and most of the time, definitely in quali trim, you're going to be able to take that flat out, as he struggles a little bit here coming out of that corner. A little bit slow on the gas and want to get the rear end loose, which is a good sensible decision there. It's going to cost him a couple tenths, but it's better than costing him the entire lap. And through Brooklands and Luffield here, he's going to stick real close to that apex. You can take this corner a couple different ways. There isn't one that's definitely faster than the other. It all depends on the situation, but it looks like he definitely did that very well through Cop's Corner here. And you just want to take as much curb as possible on the outside. You're not going to spin on this curb. It's nice and flat to the ground. And as he goes through Maggots, Beckett's, and soon Chapel here, he's going to want to just put that power down, get on the acceleration down the straight. You want to maximize your exit speed here. As he goes very fast, Alex Ja gets a fastest sector 2 there. And good lap so far from him, I have to say, through Vale here. And don't get that curb, you're going to bounce your car up. You want to take as much of that one as possible. And he's going to come across the final corner now, where that's going to put him. That's going to put him into P4. That's a 128.8 for Alex Ja. Very good lap from him. We haven't seen much of him in recent races. Had some unfortunate incidents and then spent some time at the back of the pack. But it looks like he's trying to get to the front here. Very good lap from the Red Bull driver, rather. The deck also on a flying lap now, and I think Lorenzo is about to cross the line on his. So on the medium tires, Lorenzo's goes P4, so he's still P4 away from Alex Ja. Very good lap time from the Alfa Romeo driver there. The deck is going to be crossing the line here, and how is this looking for him? Gets a little bit loose on that curb there. Taking a little bit too much on the inside. He's going to derate right before the end of the line. And that's Chris Can, I think, that gets a accident. So the deck improves to... what is happening here? Where's the Ferrari? So, looks like he probably just got loose. Yeah, he's on the right-hand side there in the gravel trap. So, Chris setting an early lap there, but then getting very loose, I guess, and losing it into the barriers. That's going to finish his qualifying. He's P6 provisionally. There's still 5 minutes left, though. Oh, whoa, watch out. And that was Mo, I believe. He didn't even feel that. The deck was on the outside of the track, trying to give him room, and Mo just went wide and collected that Haas car. And that's the deck DNF out of the session. And Mo, for good measure, invalidates his lap as well. Not sure where that Haas is stranded there, and I think they must have gotten that car clear. I don't see it on the track anymore. Very unfortunate, the deck. I think he just got a little bit loose on the grass and then came back on and made contact with Mo, and you can ignore that car in P13. I forgot to set myself to spectator mode. So, let's see, 4 minutes left in qualifying. Jer says, let's go, Vito. Thank you for tuning in. Jer, sorry you couldn't race with us. You're just a little bit too good, and you would win, like, by 8 laps. So, no, not by 8 laps, by but you would win. So, so we're gonna try to avoid that. And but yeah, 4 minutes left in qualifying here at Silverstone. Scarlo getting a little bit of grass there. You don't want that as he starts his possibly. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be his final hot lap unless he stops halfway and decides to try again. That's a slow-moving Alfa Romeo just letting another car by. Cruz is on very old medium tires. Cruz needs to get in the pits, set another lap time on another set of tires, because if he starts the race on these mediums, they're going to be absolutely toasted, and he would be starting the race on those mediums because he did not, or rather he has pull on them, I think. I'm fairly sure. So 128.132, sorry, for Cruz and Alfa Romeo. He's currently in provisional pole. Vito in second place, AX in third, and then the other Alfa Romeo in fourth. That's your top two rows so far. Provisionally, we're going to tune in with the remaining Haas of Catastrophic as he's coming around to set a lap time here on the medium tires. This is probably going to be very telltale sign of his strategy, of everyone's strategy, and Catastrophic goes P3. Very good lap time from Catastrophic. That's a 128.7. Brings that Haas into the front of the grid. He should be happy with that. Scar Logan, he's about to finish a lap as well. He's on the soft tires, one of the only drivers electing to start on the softs, and that's going to pay off wonders for Scar Logan as he goes pole position. That's a 127.4 for the Renault. Scar Logan starting at the front, showing he's not done in this championship either. I believe he sits in P5 right now, but he's not done playing a hand. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. He's been very strong in this second half of the season, and it's shown in the championship. It's shown in the fact he got a tier 1 promotion for next season along with a couple of these other drivers, and it's shown in the fact that he's consistently at the front of the pack. So good stuff from Scar Logan. Vito here, he's on a hot lap. He's on the medium tires as well. Those are used mediums, so I believe he just finished his hot lap. Apologies for that. Lots of drivers in the pit. Looks like we have a couple guys that decided they are done. They don't want to set another lap time. There's a minute and 30 left. We're going to tune in on a couple of these guys here that are on their out laps. I believe Chill Mo is going to be the first one to cross. He's on the soft tire. He's going to looking for a redo after he got into a little bit of contact with the deck on his last out lap, and as he's coming across the line to start it here, he's going to put the throttle down and go for it. So Mo looking to finish his season strong. He's had a tough one, lots of unlucky accidents, some were his fault, some were just a victim of circumstance, but definitely not a season he wants to remember. He's had some DNFs at a couple races as well that cost him some what would have otherwise been valuable points position. So that's Vito retiring, and he's retiring in the pits, so that's a planned retirement from his teammate. But Mo, he started strong. He was in the top 5 for the first couple of races, started falling back down after that as other drivers started entering the league, and he's been a consistent midfield runner here. We saw him finishing the points a couple of times in the last couple of races, but always towards the lower end of the points positions here, like 7, 8, 9, 10 there, nothing in the double digits, but so far so good. He gets a little bit of grass on the exit there, but that doesn't stop him from setting the fastest sector 2 and gets a little bit more grass, definitely taking all the track he can. He's pushing that Ferrari very hard. We're going to see where he comes up here. He's going through club corner right now, and don't get too much curb. He's going to get a little bit loose. That's going to cost him time, not getting all the speed he can. Don't DNF. And Chilmo is he's not going to improve his time. That's a 129.1 for Chilmo. He's going to stay P10. So Chilmo starting on those soft tires in 10th, and Fallen Monkeys, he's going to be starting P11. So Fallen Monkeys the first car with free tire choice. So Fion, who had to miss part of qualifying for personal reasons, he should be back in time for the race. We're going to just send him a message. And apologies for the lack of commentary for a second. I'm just going to hop into... ooh, so Fion, actually, he is back. I just sent a message asking if he was back. He was on track this whole time, and he sets pole position with his first and only time in this qualifying session. I didn't even notice he was on track. I thought he was in the pits. And... so, very good lap from Sophion there. Steals pole right from under me. And I did not even notice he was on track. That's a 0.2 gap. Sophion defending his championship lead in the best way he can by starting in front of all his rivals. And we're looking at our current live, not live standings, but where championship leaders are starting. Chris starting in 10th. He's definitely worse for wear here after a early DNF, not able to set more than one lap time in qualifying. So Fion starts in pole, and then Vito, who's the closest contender, starts in 4th place. So Fion's going to have a little bit of traffic between himself and his competitors. A lot of traffic between himself and Chris, but he's still going to have to defend. Scar Logan was looking very strong in qualifying, as well as Cruz, who, although he's not technically super in the hunt for the championship, he is going to want to place spoilers in it and maybe even get a podium, a championship podium or something or the other. I'm just going to have to retire from the session here as the formation lap starts because I forgot to set myself a spectator. So as soon as the formation lap starts here, we're gonna get into whatchamacallit, spectator, broadcaster mode. That's what I'm looking for. And I can't see the grid right now. We're gonna open race director. And yeah, so catastrophic gigs, 2 Frenchmen starting here on towards the middle of the field. They're going to be fighting pretty well. They're both on the medium tires, and they both have set similar lap times to them in time to retire. I guess I'm going to have to drive this formation lap. All right, so we're going to do a track walkthrough since I have this occasion here. So this is, the first turn complex. Everyone knows this is the first true turn 1 here in Silverstone, as this is where the first heavy braking zone. So if you're going to see some action, it's going to be there. Then through here is just a little bit of shuffling of the cars. You want to get on the acceleration very, very early here. Because you get a long straightaway where you can make some moves down here, and then it's going to be right here. This is your second big overtaking area, and the reason why this is such a big one is you can take two lines through these corners and essentially get 2 attempts at a switchback all the way through here. Watch the curb. It does run wide a little bit, but the grass comes very, very quickly. Through here, it's essentially flat out in the race. And especially here, you can lift a little bit, especially with heavier fuel loads like you would get early in the race. And so we're going to get a very bad view of the start here because I can't retire in until the start of the race. And the good news is we're going to get the actual true starting lights. And so I'm going to try to retire as soon as I can, and hopefully not cause too much kerfuffling with a safety car or something. And but yeah, we're gonna get ready for the start of the race here. The pack getting bunched up at the front. My car is going to go ahead and get parked on the grid before I can retire. Chris says I set 2 laps in, so and he says rain in the race starting around 20 minutes after the start. We already see those clouds getting a tiny bit darker, blocking out the sun. And so according to Chris, yeah, we're going to get some rain about 20 minutes into the race. Now, that's never accurate. Most of the time, that rain is going to come a little bit sooner than the estimate. So we're definitely looking at dynamic weather as we see the sun pop up yet again. And we're ready for the 5 lights here. And as they go, I'm going to retire from the session. And hopefully my AI doesn't do anything stupid. Oh my god, change. There you go. Perfect. And Scar Logan already on the attack on Sophion. Sophion defending well into turn 1. What is this angle? Give me better angles. Oh my god. Okay, we're stuck like this for a little bit then. Sophion in the lead. Cruz and Vito fighting. Catastrophic getting a lot of big gains in the start here as he goes up into P5. Oh, we got a spinning car. That's Lorenzo in the back in the Alfa Romeo. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like he got tangled up with somebody. Alex getting tangled up as well, and he spins. He's going to hit the wall, and I think he got caught out by surprise from Lorenzo's shredded Alfa Romeo. That's 2 cars falling back very early. Sophion's going to extend his lead. Scar Logan going to follow him back, but he's going to get a little bit loose coming out of that corner, and then into Maggots and Beckett's here. He's going to try to get back on his line and fend off Cruz, who's very close behind him. Cruz only 0.1 already. He's going to be mounting an attack here. We have Fallen Monkeys getting loose in the background, and that's a slow Toro Rosso, but this is where the action is in the front. Cruz is following that split stream on that Renault, but no DRS yet, so no one's going to make any big gains here. Everyone's just playing it steady, getting some ERS back. Goes very wide on that corner, does Cruz. And Chilmo looks like in the back we're getting a little bit close to his rivals as well. The past Chilmo looks like the field has thinned out a little bit thanks to accidents or just cars getting loose. And oh, what's happened there? Cruz in the wall getting loose out of the penultimate corner, and that's Vito into P3, Catastrophic into P4, and Tommy into P5. Tommy with an excellent start so far. We're going to enable telemetry here and get the position change. So our biggest gainer from the start, that's Chilmo. 5 places. We're going to get a VSC here as there's probably a fair bit of debris from Cruz spinning out there, and Lorenzo, Alex, they're both going to pit to repair their front wings. They're definitely going to save a couple seconds from here, so they're going to be pretty happy. Wouldn't be surprised to see them set the medium tires on, as we are reporting that we're going to get rain here halfway through this race. And looks like Lorenzo's actually going to jump Alex in the pits. That's not going to stay very long, though. Alex jumps right back. VSC should be done soon. Vito losing a lot of time under this VSC. He's 2 seconds back from Scar Logan there, taking it a little bit too easy as the field's going to start thinning out a little bit here. And oh, look at that, he's getting mugged off the start from Catastrophic, getting a much better restart than the Ferrari, and Catastrophic already on the back of that red machine, and down the straight they go. We're gonna get DRS here at the start of this lap, I believe, unless that VSC affected it at all. But Vito leading the Haas of Catastrophic right now. So Fion getting a little bit in here, provided we get rain. It was reported to us, and yeah, 20 minutes into the race, says Chris. Speaking of Chris, he's in P9 right now, getting a position here off the start. Fallen Monkeys getting past Cruz as he pits. My apologies for that. Fallen Monkeys getting another big moment there. What's happened to that Toro Rosso? Coming in last minute there, no big warm-up, and he's in the gravel pit again, getting loose out of turn 1. I don't know if he loaded the wrong setup or what, but that Toro Rosso is struggling so far. So Fion 1.5 seconds ahead here, and as we see Vito go a little bit wide in the background, this is Scar Logan in second place. We've seen him here before. We've seen him in first before. We've seen him lead tier 1 races this year. We haven't seen him win on track though. He did win Austria, although there was a very big glitch that definitely helped cause that, as he got basically a free lap under safety car. A very rare glitch. We've never seen it before. But the win ended up standing on as it happened on track, and so he does have a tier 2 win He's going to be looking to make that to as he sets the fastest lap of the race. That's a 1:31.1. So Sophion either starting to let go just a little bit. Maybe those tires are starting to fall off the cliff. He pushed very, very hard in qualifying, and maybe that's starting to take its toll already as they're coming through this set of corners here, coming to the end of sector 1, and yeah, that's 1.4 second gap there between the two. Definitely out of DRS range, but not for long if this keeps going the way it is. Catastrophic, that's the one man who will be in DRS range as soon as it opens. We're following he's following ISRL Vito in the Ferrari, both of them on medium tires. They have Tommy behind them on the softs, but it looks like Tommy's struggling just a little bit to keep pace with them, and it should be oh, never mind. I was gonna say it should be all well said and done, but Vito spins. That's another car getting loose that we've seen so far today, and Vito gets in the tire. He's gonna have to pit to fix that front wing. That's bad news for Vito. He's gonna have to make that extra pit stop. He was on the medium tires. He could have easily just lasted right up until the rain period, but those rears get lit up, and Giggix makes a move on Tommy here down the end of the straight with DRS here. The first real DRS move we've seen so far this race. That's Catastrophic winning out a lot, but unless this changes, I think that's gonna be Sophion. So as it stands, he's definitely winning this championship because look at that. Vito in 9th after an incident. Cruz in 11th after another incident. And then Chris in 8th after an incident in qualifying that saw him start towards the back of the grid. And in that Williams, he's just not been able to keep up with the rest of the pack. So in that little beautiful space helmet there, Sophion leading. And all he has to do is keep that car out of the wall and make the right call on the pit. And I think he should have this in the bag here, but it is a long race. Rain always comes to affect it, and we may get some safety cars, so it's not done yet. Vito hopping on the hard tires. It's going to be trying to go until the end of the race. That's Fallen Monkeys with yet another spin. That Toro Rosso, what is happening? I don't know what setup he's got on, but it's not working right now as he spins again in turn 1. And it's only been 5 laps as he stops on the track now. I'm not sure what's happening. So he lets a car by. Oh, he's going to retire. So Fallen Monkeys not having any of it today, decides, yeah, well, you know what, this is not my race. 3 spins very early, and that's going to be the end of his day. Scar Logan starting to lose touch with our leader a little bit, but that's just means there's going to be a bit of a battle here in the back. Giggix and Tommy both catching up to Catastrophic a little bit as he no longer has Vito pulling him ahead with the slipstream, and these two, unless they fight, oh, going very wide there does Giggix in the McLaren, and that shouldn't cost him too much. He's going to get slightly dirty tires. He's going to have to take it a little bit easier in here through the loop into entry, and no, he should be okay. This is when it gets very easy to spin out. You get a little bit of dirt on your tires, and all of a sudden that rear end just steps out on you, and there's nothing you can do. And it looked like he got away with that so far. Giggix, one of the new drivers, he's doing, this is his second race as a reserve. He's going to join the league for Season 2. We're just testing him out. Very impressed with what we've seen so far. Running at the front, running very strong, very clean racing. And definitely a talented pilot in that McLaren right now, as he's keeping Tommy at bay on the harder tire compound. But those soft tires are going to start falling soon. 5 laps into the race. This is a 26 lap race. And as we're, oh, look at that, we're starting to see the, look how dark it's gotten, look how gloomy it's gotten already as we're right on board with Giggix 5 here. And we can see, we should be seeing some rain very soon. Alex Shaw retiring from the session. We're going to ride on board with Sophion to see what happened there to his Red Bull teammate. No sign of the rain yet outside. Oh, we have a safety car. Oh my goodness. So this is going to really come to affect things. The rain is about to start falling. We're seeing everything looks gloomy. We're not sure how much rain is going to fall. But Alex just losing it out of the corner. Lots of cars getting very, very loose. It's quite a greasy track surface so far. We've had 2 retirements due to it, and we've had many, many incidents as a result of just the rear ends just not gripping, and the tires getting loose there. So we're going to get a safety car here. Gives us a breather, a moment to relax, and we're going to take a look at our there it is, position change. So Chilmo up 6 positions after starting P12. He's definitely driving that Ferrari very well today. And ISRL Vito, unfortunately for him, he's going to pit again. Not sure what for. I mean, he is under safety car, so he might as well. He's going to pit on the soft tires. So he put the hard tires on, probably realized, hey, you know what? These guys are not going to last me to the end. There is rain coming, I can tell. And we're going to be under safety car here. I want to be on the best tires possible. He's starting at the back now in P11. But with those soft tires, it should help out a little bit. The deck up a spot by default there. He's had a tough start to the race so far. Cruz down 4 spots after starting in 3rd. And that's something... That is something he's not going to be too happy about. Chill Mo gets a free spot here as other people are pitting. Catastrophic hopping in the pit. So Theon getting in the pit. So a lot of these guys getting off the soft tires. They're going to be putting medium tires on, I believe. Are they putting they are. No, so Theon putting the soft tires on. So not a surprise there. And yeah, so soft tires on, so he's going, yeah, I think the rain's going to come soon, and even if it doesn't, I'd rather be prepared. So he's going to put the soft tires on and hope that they give him that better pace until it's time to rain. This is actually going to promote Gigix into the lead here. So our only medium tire runner who has not pit yet, out of most of the top 10 that started on it, that's the McLaren. So he's going to take lead of this race. He's going to lead his first laps in ISRL. Tommy getting promoted into P2, and then Chilmo into P3. Both these guys on used softs. Not sure if they're not pitting because they think it's going to rain very, very shortly, and that they're going to be able to pit in a lap or 2 after the safety car, or just because they missed the pit entry. But they're going to be on the softs, and so Fion's going to be right behind them on brand new tires. That should, yeah, that's not going to be very good for them. Scar Loken on the medium tires behind that leading pack, and yeah, those medium tires, I don't think they're the right call. And as I'm saying that, look at that, our first drops of rain hitting down, and not sure when this safety car is going to come in, but that's going to definitely come and play a hand in here. Yeah, Scar Loken on the medium tires, Catastrophic on the medium tires. They just put those tires on. They might not have any set of brand new softs left like Sophion did. Sophion only set 1 lap in qualifying, but those medium tires aren't going to be as fast as they should be. And as the rain starts to fall very soon, as we're getting our first drops here, they're gonna, oh, there we go, Chilmo pits. So, oh, Tommy making some contact, I think, with Gigix there under safety car, getting a little bit under, ahead of himself under braking. Not sure if it's because the track is already getting greasy, but these drivers are gonna have one heck of a surprise when it restarts racing, because they're not drawing the track that well right now. They're not going very fast, and there's not that many of them. So, and a lot of them are pitting. So when the safety car comes in at the end of this lap, most likely, it's going to be a very, very greasy track, and it looks like all the red cars are in the pits right now. We're seeing some inters pop up. Oh, that's a very interesting call. So a lot of these, so Chilmo and Cruz both gambling on the fact that the safety car is going to stay out a little bit longer, and that by the time it restarts, all 4 guys, actually, all 4 cars that pitted, so Vito and Cruz both taking big gambles here. That rain is coming down harder and harder, though. We're seeing that. That's a very interesting call. I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out. So 4 guys grabbing those inter tires already, and As we get to the end of the safety car here, let's try to get Fallen Monkeys into this party if he's still online. We're going to see what happened there with the end of his race. And he is still online. So, if we'll see if he joins the party here. We're into safety car, four guys grabbing the intermediate tires. If the safety car comes in now, then Vito might be at risk of not actually catching up to it. The track is definitely nowhere, as we can see. Oh, look at that lack of grip there. It's not ready for inters just yet. It's way too dry, and they're struggling to get around these corners. And if the safety car does come in this lap, it does come in this lap. So we just got the notification here, safety car in this lap. They're going to get started again. We have varied tire strategies here. Lorenzo getting a big penalty for exceeding track limits there. 10 seconds added on to his race time. Vito not going to be able to catch up to this field unless he really guns it down this straightaway. Gigic's going to control the pack here as the safety car is heading into the pits. He's going to take his time. He wants to catch everyone by surprise, but he doesn't want to sacrifice himself by... and he's going to go right now, yeah. So right before this first corner, that's going to take away any opportunity of an overtake into this first section. And it should give him plenty of time to accelerate. He goes very wide there, and looks like how greasy that track is. Fallen Monkeys has joined us. We saw him a couple times in the gravel trap today. Not the race you were expecting. What happened there? Yeah, and was that a DNF that you planned, or did the game retire for you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very unfortunate for that. You had decent pace in qualifying there, considering you came in at the last minute, not much of a warm-up there. But unfortunately, yeah, just not able to get the grip in that car. We're going to see you tomorrow for Tier 3. You guys are racing Austria, I believe, right? Ooh, Sofian making a move for the lead here. It's Austria because we delayed everything by a week. But Sofian getting ahead of Gigix here on the soft tires. The soft tires making the most of them while it's still very slippery and wet. Fallen, thank you for joining us for the interview. If you want to stick around for part of this race, feel free to add in some extra insight. Carter's not in the commentary booth today, but Sofian getting the lead of this race as Gigix is going to dive into the pits for intermediate tires. So we've had 4 cars that gambled on the inters. Look how far back they are already. Those tires were not ready. The track was not ready for the inters when they came out. It's looking a little bit more that way now as a lap after the safety car came in. We're starting to see a tiny bit more standing water on the track, and that's when the inters really start to come in as Cruz makes a very nice move on Chilmo there to take 6th place. Chilmo, Vito, both Ferraris next to each other here in the order. We're gonna have to see if maybe there's some team orders getting called into play there, as Vito is fighting for the championship. Chilmo definitely aware of that. We're gonna see if he maybe lets his teammate by when the time is convenient, and it might actually be right now here as Chilmo goes, yeah, very slowly on the exit of that corner. So letting Vito by there, maybe getting a better shot at Cruz that way, and he can defend from Lorenzo. And so right as I was talking about it, looks like the Ferraris have swapped places. I did see you join back into this lobby. Are you spectating right now? All right. Yeah, so... yeah, Scar Logan up into second place. Tommy on very old soft tires. 10 laps on those guys on a very wet track. And breaking into the pit lane here, it's going to be very tricky as it's such a slick track. They're both going to pick up penalties here. Scar Logan and Tommy both. getting into the pit lane, and that's gonna affect their races a little bit there if they have to end up, pitting off of these inters here. I don't know if the rain is going to stop. We're seeing patches of blue in the sky, and as the rest of the grid pits, we're going to have to, it looks like that gamble to pit on inters very early paid off in droves for these guys. They couldn't even catch up to the safety car queue because of how slow the inters were when they put them on. And now look at that, they got a 10-second lead because these last 2 laps have gotten so wet, and as the slick tires were just slipping and sliding all over the racetrack, these guys finally found their grip, and that's Cruz in the lead now, Vito in second, Chilmo in third. The Ferraris working together here, and Lorenzo in fourth. So Fionn must be kicking at himself right now. He's lost the lead, but he's also lost it to the guy that can pass him, and he's gonna have a lot of work cut out ahead of him unless there's a safety car here. He's got over 15 seconds to catch up to the leader. Chris in 10th this weekend, and last weekend in fact, not working out the way he wanted to. He was effectively in the lead of the championship when the last weekend's race started. He's currently live standings. He is currently in 4th. Yeah, he's down in 3rd right now, but if we include today's standings, he's actually in 4th because Cruz right now stands to pass him with a win here. And actually, I think no, Cruz would not pass Vito. So Vito, as it stands right now, Vito is your championship leader. Cruz in let me do the math here. Yeah, so Fionn in 2nd, Cruz in 3rd. Here, live championship order. Chilmo doing his best to defend against the surgeon Alfa Romeo of Lorenzo. We haven't seen much of Lorenzo lately. Do you have anything to tell us about these guys at the front here? How is they're both running Ferrari engines? Do you think there's gonna be any team politics at play? Yeah. Yeah, Cruz, he's 23 points back. He needs the win to win the championship. He's put himself in position for that right now. He must be happy with himself. 5-second gap to 2nd place, looking very strong on those intermediate tires. And if Sophion finishes, if both Vito and Sophion somehow get involved in an incident right now and they both finish at the bottom half of the points, Cruz has a very strong shot at the championship. You just has to keep putting in that gap and just pray that there is no safety car. Oh, they're side by side actually. Yeah, going very wide there. If it makes the move work. Whoa, don't want to pull on that too hard. There's a wire near me that I almost tugged out of its socket. So Lorenzo trying for a move there on that corner, not getting it done as Shilmo just lunges it around the outside, goes very wide, but keeps the car on track, keeps it steady, keeps 3rd place. Cruz and Vito both pulling away here. Vito's got a 4.7 second gap over his teammate. Cruz already extending that gap to 6 seconds. And is that Gig? Yeah. So that McLaren losing it. We've seen a lot of drivers, no, not to name any names here, but we've seen a lot of drivers lose it in that turn so far today. We'll see if we can. Oh, he's losing it again as he's cooked the tires there. And we're not going to name any names. That's going to give Chris Can a free position, but at least he's not the only one. To his credit, it's very wet out there right now, and yeah, exactly. So Fionn getting a bit of a relief there. Scar Logan is still on the hunt there, but 2.3 seconds back, 2.4 seconds back. He's not going to be an issue there for at least the foreseeable future. who is going to be an issue, though, in the foreseeable future is Lorenzo Ancelmo, still hunting down that Ferrari. He would be within DRS range, but unfortunately we don't have DRS right now. So the best he can do is just to try to hope for a mistake. Oh, that's Tommy. Yeah, so Tommy falling to the back there in that McLaren. Looks like he's picked up some wing damage as well. Unfortunate for the Mercedes driver there. He isn't playing too big of a role in the championship. He's in 5th right now, and he has not locked in that position. So as of right now, Tommy is falling all the way down to 6th, as Scar Logan would pass him. Tommy picking up another 5 seconds as he did not even try to slow down for that pit entry, and he retires from the session. So that's the race for Tommy. That means all of our finishers now are going to finish in the points. Tommy frustrated with himself today as he retires, as he enters the pit lane. Cruz still extending that gap. Vito now extending that gap to an even larger degree than Cruz. And all this is actually Chilmo and Lorenzo, they're just falling closer and closer to Sophion every lap. And Sophion's going to have to pass them. And at this point, I'm not sure he will. Very big moment from Chilmo there. It goes very wide. But we're seeing that gap probably come down 0.3 or 0.4 a lap. We have 10 laps left. And there's still 4 seconds to go. And he doesn't have any DRS. So if he gets past one, he has to repeat that process for the other as well. And then he has to go on the hunt for 2 guys that are 12 seconds up the road from him. So I think Sophion, unless there's bar a safety car or an accident here, is looking at best a podium, but definitely out of the shot for a win as it stands. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a battle here in the back, as Catastrophic Chris and Gigix are all very close to each other. And I'm not actually sure how to pronounce his name. You said it Gigix, and I say Gigix, and I'm not sure which one's right. So we'll keep calling him that McLaren driver, and hope for the best. But starting lap 16 here, look how close these guys are. 3 cars within a 1.5 second gap, as the McLaren fallen just a tiny bit further back. Chris looking to get some extra points here. He needs to get that car all the way up the field. So Chris definitely hoping for a safety car here late in the race. If he does, and he can get a superior pit strategy, or just luck into a very good restart, he could probably get himself into contention. That's what he needs right now. Vito and Chris both eyeballing a win, so Fion's just trying to outscore them both. And let's do he is, yeah, I think they started battling again here, because that gap has gone down about 2 seconds over the course of the past lap. And doing some quick math here, so if Sophion finishes 3rd, that's going to give him that's going to give him 15 points. It's going to bring him to 176. And Vito, if he finishes 2nd, gets 18 points. That's not going to be enough to overcome that gap. So if Sophion has to stay behind at the very least Chilmo. If Chilmo can hold off Sophion until the end of the race, he might be able to net his teammate the championship here. So yeah, Vito definitely Chilmo is gonna have to play defender mode here. Vito actually, look how far off the road they are already. Yeah, as well. Yeah, so it looks like yeah, absolutely. You want to stay out of the dirty area. You want to stay back here. It's rainy. It's very slippery, and if you get too close, you could make a mistake. So sometimes the fastest way is just to kind of hang back and look. Lorenzo getting a little bit close. Looks like Mo's just acting like a very big bottleneck right now. Lorenzo's just not able to get past him. That must be so frustrating for the Alfa Romeo driver here. He's been stuck behind Chilmo since the safety car restart, and no matter what he's doing, it looks like Mo's just not letting up, not slipping up enough for Lorenzo to make a move here. And look at that, he's grabbing the far lines here, getting on the wet part of the track, very Max Verstappen like, cooling the tires off, getting a little bit of extra grip thanks to the marbles. And as he's going down this straight here, weaving to break the split stream. Absolutely, yeah, look at that already. And he's going to think about making a move right now down the inside of Cruz. They're going to go side by side. They're going very slow there, very careful not to make a mistake. How frustrating must that be for Lorenzo? You've been stuck behind Mo for so long, and then Sofian sees an opportunity, and he makes the move stick on the very first try. And now Scarlo is going to be getting very close to Lorenzo. Yeah, coming around the start-finish line here in turn one. Three cars very close to each other back here as well. It looks like we have two little packs here, and Gigix thinking about making a move there, hits the brakes just in time. It's gonna have to wait another day. This is where we're gonna tune in for now. This is where the battle is. This is where the storylines are, as Chilmo holding off Sofian still 0.6 seconds back. And if Sofian does get past Chilmo and Vito can get past Cruz into the lead here, Vito is going to win the championship. But we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. Is that for one of us? No, that's not. I think that's Gigix getting a little bit loose there. So Gigix getting a little bit loose. Look how close these four are here. A second covering all of them, getting through this rainy track here. So Fion getting close, gonna think about making a move. Mo goes to the fend around the outside, but Sofian sticks to the inside. They're gonna go side by side, wheel to wheel here. Mo around the outside, he's gonna stick along with, he's gonna have to dive back here. Sofian just extra grip, extra speed here in that Red Bull, but Mo hanging around in there very, very well. And as Sofian gets past here into third place, that's going to give him back the live lead of the championship. So Sofian back on top as it stands. He's looking to be our Tier 2 world champion, provided he doesn't make a mistake. Lorenzo, though, going to want to make a move as well. Is he finally going to get past Chilmo as he goes around the outside? They're going to go going deep there. Mo having to slam on the brakes to avoid making contact, but Lorenzo gets the move done. And now Chilmo going to go from third, and now he's going to be under attack from Scar Logan. Scar Logan looking to get into the top 5 here after sitting and watching for a couple of laps. And looks like he's going to have to wait just a little bit longer for that. Looks like the battle at the back has spread out a tiny bit as well here, as Catastrophic and Chris Can getting a little bit split up. So we're going to keep an eye here on this battle, though. Scar Logan definitely going to be within shot of a move here in the next lap or two. We have 7 laps left in Silverstone. The season finale, Tier 2 finishes 7 laps time from now. We're going to have a new world champion. And I'm not familiar with the... Yes? Ooh, Scarlo making a move here. Oh, big move from Scar Logan. Yeah, very big dive down the inside. Ooh, so we might be getting some heavy rain here. And I just popped up the constructor standings right now. And as of right now, Alfa Romeo is going to bridge that gap. And they're going to win the constructors standings. Red Bull is 6 points ahead right now. And with an Alfa Romeo finishing ahead of the Red Bull and Alex Judd DNFing. And looks like that's going to be it for the constructors. So looks like so Fionn may get the last lap here in the Drivers' Championship. Alfa Romeo are going to be able to bring it home if nothing changes in the Constructors' Championship. But with, like you said, we might be getting some more rain here before the end of the race. And as these intermediate tires are going to start wearing off, we might have to see a second round of pit stops here. We're seeing, look at how Mo is struggling out there, going very slow on those tires. Yeah, as you said that. Oh, look at that. Going wide there. Trying to go around the outside. This is going to be very tricky. He's going to make it work. He's going for it around the outside here. Scar Logan with a very ballsy move. And he's going to move into P4. And just like that, the Renault getting past Lorenzo. And that's an incredible move from Scar Logan to go around the outside. Flat out in the rain here. Wow, what a move here. And yeah, that's Cops is not an easy corner to pass along the outside on in the dry, and getting that done in the wet is super impressive. Great move from Scar Logan there. Lorenzo not done. He is fairly close to that Renault. He might be able to put in another move here, but oh, he's gonna get a big moment there. Yeah, gets into lots of the standing water there, and like you were saying, look how heavy the rain is now. And I don't know, I don't think it's full wet kind of rain. I don't think we're going to see any full wets here, but oh, I missed that. I was on board with Lorenzo, but good on Mo for saving that here. So Fionn, he's not putting in. He's not carving into that gap to the front as much as I thought he would. They're only 11.8 seconds back, and he was 12 seconds back when he got past Chilmo. Yeah, Cruz is on. He's on fire right now, just tuned into that Alfa Romeo. He's been fastest driver on track here in the wet. Had a bit of a tough start there as he got loose on lap 1 on the, I guess it's the middle straightaway, going into, I believe it's Club Corner, or sorry, Brooklyn, going into Brooklyn's. Club is at the end. But yeah, going into Brooklyn's there, got loose and spun around, took out Alex Joe with him. Or rather, he spun and then Alex Joe got caught by surprise and spun himself out. But we're going to pretend that it was a big, dramatic accident. So, Cruz building in that gap lap after lap there. That Alfa Romeo, see, this is the pace where if he could have came in to this race, 10 to 8 points back like he should have been had Coxey not taken him out in Austria, and you would have put in this performance, we'd be calling that championship worthy driving there. Like, absolutely great driving from Cruz. Recovered from an early accident, pitted at the right time, took a big gamble on those inters, and it paid off wonderfully. And now he's got a 19 second gap to the championship leader. Vito is really the only one that's standing in his way of getting into second. If Vito crashes out, I'm pretty sure Cruz gets second place here, or Fionn crashes out as well. So Cruz just he put his car exactly where he needed it to be today. He's done everything he can. Now he just has to wait and hope that the stars align for him. And with the way it is, he would need. Oh, we're getting a. Yeah, not sure where that is. That's Sector 2. That's the McLaren again of Gigix. Getting a little bit loose, I think. There, saw his dot slow down significantly. Oh, look at that again. Very wide there. Do you think this is a measure? Do you think this is just the inters no longer being suited to this track, and the drivers should go on the full wets? Look how slow Cruz is going around that corner. I'm on board with him, and he was tickling the throttle, and that car was just stepping wide. And I think it's time for full wets, to be entirely honest with you. Yeah. If I'm Chilmo, I might. But no, if I'm at the front, especially Cruz, like he can afford to go extremely slow for the rest of the race and still win. Yeah. Yeah, not sure what his tire wear situation is right now. It's always a little bit hard to judge with the inters. They last drastically different lengths from track to track. And being that this is a high-speed track around Silverstone, it's a very long track as well because of how fast you're going. I assume it's going to be quite abrasive around here, and you're not going to last as long as they would say around Canada or Hungary. So I have to think they're they're rather worn right now, and I'm starting to think if maybe we should be thinking about maybe puncture risk. Yeah, so let's see here. We're gonna pull up this. Yeah, 15 lap olds there for Cruz and Vito, and Mo and Lorenzo 14 laps. They're turning 15 lap old now because they're crossing the start finish line. So yeah, a couple. They're not that much more worn than Sophia's tires. They're only 3 laps different. But we all know that tires tend to fall off a cliff here, so you could go from having lots of grip on lap 10 to skating on an ice rink on lap 12. So as long as these guys are careful, they're very, very careful about it. I think he should be okay with this, especially with the lead that he's built. This is honestly really impressive for both of these drivers here, considering they were 6 or 7 seconds back after that safety car restart because of their gamble, because of the pace difference was so big. And right when the others had to pit, their tires locked in and they shot off to the front there. Yeah, just honestly, I have nothing else to say here. Cruz, just fantastic performance here. He's coming around to lap 25 out of 26, 2 laps left in Silverstone, 2 laps left for the Tier 2 Season 1 championship. 2 laps left until these guys are done their first ISRL season, and until ISRL Tier 2 is done its inaugural season. Getting to the end here, it's been a fantastic season. We've had lots of drama, lots of different drivers, and somehow at the end we're getting 4 drivers with a shot at the title. And it's been absolutely a fantastic couple of races. Last week we had a thriller in Bahrain. And as we're rounding down the season here, Tier 1 is going to be racing here tomorrow at the same time. Tier 3 is going to be racing in Austria. They were supposed to be racing in Silverstone, but unfortunately PlayStation Network was down, or it was very, very glitchy at the time of the Tier 3 race last week, so we had to delay the calendar by a week. Yes, Tier 3 getting to the end of their championship as well. So rounding down to the end of ISRL Season 1, Season 2 starts May 17th with Tier 1s to Tier 3 starting all on Sunday now. So Tier 2 moving to Sunday. We're going to get a Tier 4 instead of this race in the same time slot. And if anyone listening right now wants to join, and yeah, he's starting his last lap here shortly. Is there anything about this race we haven't talked about that might be worth mentioning? Absolutely. Vito as well had an incident early, and great recovery from that Ferrari. Exactly. It wouldn't be Silverstone without some rain. And I'm just going to do some quick math here. So, who's got the fastest lap right now? So, Scar Logan getting the fastest lap, so that's not going to affect anything. And so Fion is going to be getting 15 points from this. That's going to place him at 176. Vito getting 18 points from this. That's going to place him at 170. And then, yeah, so... And then Chris is getting... that's not going to affect it. And then Cruz with a nice 25-point gain. That's going to place him at 163. So it looks like, as of right now, live championship standings. So Fion, unofficially here, but he's going to be taking the championship, the Drivers' Championship win here in Silverstone. ISRL Vito is going to be coming in second place, and then Cruz with a wonderful performance here, managing to get himself up into third in the last race here as he passes Chris. So Cruz coming around Club Corner here. He's going to win the ISRL Tier 2 British Grand Prix and secure a third place in the Drivers' Championship. ISRL Vito crossing the line, getting second place both in the Drivers' Championship and in the race. And then Sofion in the Red Bull crossing the line now, and he's going to win the ISRL Tier 2 Drivers' Championship. Sofion0298 is the Tier 2 World Champion here for Season 1. Great performance from him so far this season. Absolutely great racing from all the drivers involved. And we've had a thrilling championship finale here. Chilmo getting 5th place on the line from Lorenzo after some penalties. And actually, Chris Cannon getting 6th from Lorenzo. Lorenzo's just dropping down the grid here with lots of penalties. He must have been very close to a DSQ there if he's going to drop that far down. So Fion, though, let's see if we can get him in this party. I don't even know if he has a microphone, but... we're going to give... Absolutely. So Fion with a huge W here. It'd be wonderful to see some victory donuts. Unfortunately, we can't script that into the game. So, yeah, so... So Fion getting 3rd place here, 1st place in the championship. That's the end of the ISRL Tier 2 championship. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to all the drivers who have raced so far today, and or so far this season, rather. Season 2 for this tier begins on May 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to take a short little 2-week break here. Until then, so thank you for everyone who tuned in. We're back with Tier 1 tomorrow. Thank you for Fallen Monkeys for filling in there after his unfortunate DNF. I'm ISRL Knight, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Oh, so Fion's in here. We're not going to stop the recording just yet. We're not done. So Fion, can you hear me? No, you can't hear me yet. Where's this... Let's show this microphone. Come on. So until he can hear me there. Cruz with the win. Vito with 2nd place. So Fion Scarlo 2nd row of the standings. Chilmo in 5th. Chris in 6th. Catastrophic 7th. Lorenzo 8th. Gigix 9th. And then the deck in 10th. So Fion can't hear me, unfortunately. It's like, yeah, his mic is just, it's going on and off. We'll stay here live as we go back to the lobby, just in case he can start hearing us soon. That was an amazing race, though. And, oh, so Fion, can you hear me? Awesome. So I did some quick math here, and it looks like you're going to win the championship by 6 points if everything checks out. So congratulations, you're unofficially the Tier 2 World Champion.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
So you're moving up to Tier 1 next season. How does it feel to know that you're going to be coming in with kind of a target on your back thanks to the Tier 2 win?
Well, I know that there are some very good drivers in Tier 1, so I will try to represent Tier 2
The best you can.
Yeah, the best I can, and show that there are some good drivers in Tier 2 and that maybe we can challenge them.
Absolutely. And Cruz, Vito, Mo, and Lorenzo getting very lucky with the pit stop strategy. They pitted on inters before everyone else, and it looked like it backfired on them. But then they shot out ahead when you guys had to pit. What did you think about that?
Yeah, when I came out of the pit P5, I think, with the intermediates, I thought that they were on slicks. And then I thought I saw that Lorenzo was on inter. I said, "Oh my god!" Because they had the intermediate, and I saw that he was second, and I pushed to get back on the podium, and I was scared that Cruz made a mistake in the last lap because if Vito wins, the championship was for him. So
and
great strategy.
If you wouldn't have got past Chilmo, if you would have finished in 4th, Vito would have won the championship. So very good job on getting the podium, securing the championship like that, nail biter. So it finished with you 176 points, Vito 170, and then Cruz with 163. Vito's in here. Vito, can you hear us? Not yet, but Sophion, congratulations on the podium. Congratulations on the championship win. We're going to announce that very soon on our Facebook as soon as we confirm all of the standings, and that to make sure that you didn't get disqualified for punting somebody off track. Not that we think you did, but thank you for tuning in to the interview. And congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very well done. Yeah, Vito.
Hello.
That was a very close call. According to my calculations, it looks like you've clinched 2nd place in the championship, 6 points short. How does that feel?
Yeah, I had the chance. I lost it on the Cops corner in the first stint. My tires were heating, and if I won that race, it will be a different result. But this, I think Sofian deserved it, and that's it.
Yeah, you had a great race there, recovering from an early mistake. Excellent call on the pit strategy, getting on the inters very early. What made you take that decision?
Yeah, it was difficult because I did already 2 stops. I stopped for hards and then softs, and then at the beginning of the rain, it wasn't raining enough and the tires were overheating, but as the rain fell down more, it was easier to drive, but at the end it was very tricky.
Yeah, you and Cruz just absolutely letting the rest of the field behind you. You guys set a huge gap to the rest of that field on the inters. Was the car working that well?
Yeah, I was working on the setup today, and it looked like it worked very well.
Yeah, it definitely appeared that way. If Sophion had been able to stay behind Chilmo, you would have won the championship. Unfortunately, getting past your teammate there in the final couple of laps, but he did let you by earlier, I believe, eh? I think there was a bit of team orders there going on early in the race.
No, we were not in the party, but I was more hoping that he can stay in front of him because of the constructors.
Yeah, and he did a very good job blocking Lorenzo for about 10 laps, and then Sophion came around and blocked him for about 2. So Chilmo was probably the best moving roadblock I've ever seen today. Unfortunately, just not enough to get the championship, but 2nd place. Very good. Congratulations on the podium today and the podium in the championship. And we're going to see you in Tier 1 next season.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And, see you next season in Tier 1.
Thank you for stopping by. And great race.
No problem. Goodbye.
All right. So that's going to be it for our broadcast. Lucky enough to get the two top drivers in here. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and I'm ISRL Knight, and we're gonna be back tomorrow for Tier 1 at Silverstone. So yeah, tune in then. Thank you.